Hi there. Thanks for checking in. So, I'm going to continue my videos on potty training, talking a little bit more about uh, just some more things we can do to help our kids be successful, and thinking a little bit more about potty chairs and toilet seats. A couple things that can make the process a little easier is if we have the preceding activities. So if you know that your child is, if you know that you want them to try to use the potty um, in 5 minutes, then maybe you're going to move the next thing you do so that it's closer to the bathroom, so it's a little easier to transition there. I always think about when my son was little and we would often be playing downstairs, and then it was time for a potty trip, but we had to go up the stairs to get to the potty. And he was very independent in taking the stairs, which is great, but it took us a little while to get up there, and then we'd have had an accident. Eventually, one of the things I started doing was, okay, if I know that this is going to be coming up pretty soon, maybe we're going to read a story, or we're going to go and play with cars over on the floor next to the bathroom. So it's really easy to do it, and then you're right there. So that could make it a little easier. Um, oh my gosh, please, please put your kiddos in clothes that are easy to pull up and down. So that could be skirts that are real easy to pull up, sweatpants and kind of looser shorts. Those are definitely the easiest. I remember when I was teaching preschool, and the kids would come in the most adorable little overalls and stuff, but it's hard to get all those snaps and everything down in time for them not to have accidents. And even the kids who had the little overalls that like snapped along the pants, it's like, oh my gosh, but then the kids weren't the ones undoing and doing all those snaps. The teachers were, which is hard when you're also managing a class with a bunch of kids. So the more you can put our kids in easy to pull up and down clothes, that's just going to make it easier for them not to have accidents when they're at that point. Um, and I also love a lot of the leggings that our little girls wear, but those can be also, even though they're just up and down, those can be a little hard to pull up and down, because if a child's still wearing a pull-up or kind of has something bulky there, those are usually tighter and they can be hard to get up and down too. So kind of loose fitting sweatpants, just a little bit looser, easy to get up and down. That'll be helpful. Um, think about sensory considerations. So, certainly, a lot of the children that I have worked with have different responses to different types of sensory information. Um, for some reason, many of them don't mind the smells that I tend to turn up my nose at. Hee hee. So, oh, passing gas or some of the bathroom smells that I don't love so much. A lot of our kids don't really care about those that much, but they might really not like some of the smells we use to cover them up. So if you use like an air freshener spray, or you have potpourri, or you're lighting candles in the bathroom, all things that, to me as an adult, like I like a lot of those smells, but for our kids who maybe have some different sensory responses to different smells and things, that can be overpowering. So If you notice that your child does not like to go in the bathroom or they don't like to stay in the bathroom, thinking about smells can just be something you can think about. Also, lighting. So, just the difference between bathrooms that maybe have a window where there's some natural light versus fluorescent lights or incandescent bulbs. I think that's a thing. But those different types of lighting, again, I don't really notice that much myself. But if you have a child who is very sensitive to different types of light, we want to be trying to have a bathroom set up that is going to make them as comfortable as possible. So, potty chairs, toilet seats. We really want our kids to be stable when they are learning to use a potty. So if they have a little potty chair that is going to be on the floor, we really want, so here they are and they're sitting, and we want, let's see, their back, and here's their upper leg. So there's a right angle and then a right angle to their lower legs and then to their feet. So want a lot of those right angles. We want their feet to be able to touch the floor, or if you're using an insert into a toilet seat, we want to make sure that they have some sort of a step stool, or I've used shoe boxes before. Again, we want to have something where their feet are touching. That's going to make it easier for them to have something to push against if they're having bowel movements, but also just to feel stable, right? If I think about myself, if I was a little kid and on a big toilet seat that was that much bigger than me, all of my energy would be going into kind of trying to keep myself stable. I wouldn't be able to relax enough to actually then have, actually go. So we want them to be stable. There are some potty chairs that even have handles on them now. So we want them to just feel good about the seat that they have. Sometimes there will be one kind of seat at home. Maybe grandparents have another type. Maybe there's another one at daycare. So we just really want to make sure that they are comfortable, they're stable, and if it is their own and maybe not one that the daycare or preschool is using, we really want them to feel like that is their special chair. So I have had kids not so much use stickers on them anymore, because then stickers, they get dirty really easily. But a lot of them are plastic, and so I will use kind of dry erase markers, and they can color on their potty, and then they can erase it when they've gone. Another way for them to feel like this is mine and I like it. Kids can start off fully clothed on their potty seat, and they and in the room where they typically play. So again, we've got kids with different amounts of comfort level with sitting on potties. One thing I do like to do is, while we're still at the stage where we're changing diapers, I like to start changing diapers in the bathroom so that kids can start to associate getting clean with being in the bathroom. That can also be a nice way to have them start sitting on the potty, even if it's very briefly, as part of the diaper routine. So, okay, we're changing the diaper. Here, you can sit here while I take this to the trash. Great job sitting on the potty. Thank you. And now we can get your pull-ups or your diaper on and pull them up. So that's a great way to just introduce it again before you're expecting them to sit on it and use it, but where they get used to it getting cleaned up in the bathroom. But for our kids who are like, nope, not going in the bathroom, I don't like baths, I don't want to sit on the potty, I want nothing to do with that, you can start them out fully clothed. They can sit on it while they're playing. Um, Another thing I've done is when you do have kids who have a special potty spot, so they go under the table or they hide behind a particular couch or something like that when they need to go. Um, I've actually started off by putting the potty chair there. And that's a really easy way to, okay, oh, I see that you're going, you're going poop. And you can sit on your potty while you go poop. Look at that. You sat down on the potty while you were going poop. Even if they still are fully clothed, that's again a nice way to just start them associating, like, oh, I can sit on this while I go potty. Then we'll take some time to, uh, move that back over to the bathroom and to work on sitting on it without clothes. But that can be a nice way for kids to just start off. We meet them where they're at, and then we're going to move to what we want them to be doing a little bit more. Most kids are going to be interested in seeing other family members use the bathroom. So we're going to work on privacy later for sure. But right now, if your child's showing that interest, we want to capitalize on it. Again, let them know, yep, that's where pee and poop goes. It goes in the toilet. And it can be a nice way to set up more potty trips if your child comes in and sits on their potty whenever you're going to the bathroom. Makes it a little bit more of a social family affair. And again, sometimes just that social aspect of it can be really reinforcing to some kids. Uh, that is that's what I have to say about potty seats. There are a ton of video clips and songs that you can find online on the internet to reinforce your kids. A lot of times, if there are potty songs that they like that you can sing kind of as a reward, you can sing them as a way for them to know, oh, I only have to sit on the potty while we sing this song, or while we listen to this song. So there's some really good ones. Like I said, we used Bear in the Big Blue House when my kids were little. I love Bear in the Big Blue House. And I am going to put some links to some of these other things in here and hope that those are still available to you. All right. Thank you so much for hanging with me and talking about potty chairs. And please subscribe, like, comment, let me know what's helpful to you, and we will see you soon. Okay, thanks for checking in. Bye.